Cortado and Liza talk about their involvement with sustainability groups and how this has supported them in being sustainable renters.
Living sustainably is important to me because I'm concerned about the future of the planet, and it gives me an opportunity to ensure the longevity of the planet. It's also not a very difficult thing to do. I think you can make your own contribution in very small ways or very significant ways. But if we all were to make that contribution, then the world would be a better place to live. The Transition Street program is about living in a more sustainable and self-sufficient way. It's enabled residents within our street to come together and to get to know each other better, but to also talk about their ideas and share those ideas around how we can all live in a more sustainable way. The types of things that we've been undertaking in the Transition Street program is looking at different areas of everyday life on a monthly or thereabouts basis. So the first month was about water consumption, and what we were challenged to try and achieve was to reduce our overall water consumption through methods of reducing shower times, reusing water where possible, minimising waste of water where possible. Other challenge areas have been around energy consumption, ensuring that we keep the temperature at a lower level rather than having the heater at a very high temperature, using the curtains for insulation, making sure that we turn the lights off in rooms that we're not using it. So quite simple ways of reducing energy consumption. And also the current month we're working on is food. The way that the Transition Challenge, or we were made aware of the Transition Challenge, was through our neighbour downstairs, who was part of Transition Newcastle. And she basically went and door knocked and asked people if they were interested. And since that time, and since we've, as the process has evolved, the group has grown because more people have become aware of it and say, oh, that sounds like an interesting idea. How do you get involved? Well, it's pretty simple. You make changes and to your life and how your lifestyle operates. You work with your neighbours and share. Sometimes go to the markets together and buy in bulk. So it's actually grown quite organically through people's own interest in it and us making people aware of it.
The community groups I'm involved in, probably the main two are Permaculture Hunter and Transition Newcastle. I joined Permaculture Hunter because I'm interested in sustainable food growing. Particularly growing food in urban areas and localising the food economy. I also belong to a gardening group, just a group of women that we meet once a month on a Friday, and we just go to each other's house and do gardening and have lunch. And I really enjoy that too. So I think it's that sense of community, but also with people who are actually doing something practical. Through Transition Newcastle, I'm also involved in a couple of subgroups kind of thing, and one of them is Nourishing Newcastle, and they focus mostly on urban food and neighbourhood supported agriculture.
You can make a difference as a renter to our climate change future.